Greetings folks, Tram here. It's been a while. How y'all been? We are now in 2019 as I'm making this video. Actually almost 2 weeks in, a little past 2 weeks in. We'll see if I ever get this uploaded. As a warning, I would recommend not watching this video in full screen. Even though it is HD, the camera defocuses, and with the time-lapse it gets really kind of drawing in a few spots. Not too bad if you have it kind of in a standard view, but yeah, just a fair warning there. And what I am doing here today is a post-commentary on top of a Lego build, which is probably kind of obvious because moving my hands that fast and commentating would be difficult, to say the least. But yeah, this is a 3-in-1 kit I got for Christmas from one of my roommates, and it's pretty cool. The part that I am building today is the dragon. I may or may not go back and try the other builds, but I really like the dragon, how it looks, how it moves, so that's what I'm going to stick with for a while because it's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, that is pretty much the sum of any sort of commentary I have on the Legos. Otherwise, it's building pieces, and as you can see here, doing the section. I decided to pull the instructions due to the space I had. The instructions are just to the left and off camera there, which I think worked out because I was kind of shoved for space. What I was doing here was trying out some lighting effects. I got 2 LED lights that were on sale during Christmas, and makes things a little brighter, which is nice. I will probably use those for either reviews or art stuff down the road as I find the time and energy to do them. But I was also using a old cell phone camera on what are those? The 3-axis gimbal type camera steady things, which again, the camera is trying to focus, and I was only catching that here and there that was like out of focus. We'll see. I will probably use that in the future still, but I'll try to keep mindful of, well, as you can see, the focus going in and out. But that is to be somewhat expected, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of funny trying to go back to doing some post-commentary while watching a video, which, I don't know what to say, pick up the pieces? There we go, we built some more pieces. It's been on my mind for a little bit now that doing YouTube videos has always been about stretching myself and my skills and what I'm comfortable or uncomfortable doing. Early on it was, filming while I was doing chalk and stuff like that and getting myself in front of camera, but also, and I think I've brought this up in past videos, but getting comfortable with just talking. I'm usually kind of stuck in my own head frequently, and this is, I realized I was getting back to that point where I'm not as articulate as I would like to be with talking, and I kind of let myself not, I don't know what's the word. Basically, I was letting myself off not doing what I'm doing here, which is kind of stretching myself, allowing myself to keep the flow of thought and commentary going while I'm on the fly, if you will, which is kind of important right now, maybe more so than ever, because over last year I had been working at a warehouse for a while, and unfortunately it ran into some financial difficulties, and it was something we saw coming, but eventually it did finally close its doors, which left me unemployed for the first time in a long time. Like actively having to get unemployment, which is the first time in my life, and it was about 2 months before I found work, and I found work again, and it isn't in retail, so something I'm completely unfamiliar with. And so far I've been told I'm doing all right. My personality's right, and just I'm talking with customers every day, and doing the whole retail thing. And yes, aspects of it do suck, and I am frequently very tired when I come home because there's a lot of emotional work in being in front for retail, and it is draining to me normally. But one of the things I have noticed is just my need to be able to kind of constantly switch things up, kind of like in some ways have a script to follow for basic interaction, but being able to comfortably talk to people, which is something I struggle with. And we'll loop back around to the fact that when I started videos, it was to get a little more comfortable on camera, get a little more comfortable with myself from at a personal level. And now it's just like I need to stretch those skills, and I honestly think the best way to do that is to do videos, kind of like this one, or gameplay again. I do want to... There are several projects that I want to do. It is finding that energy, and sometimes I think I just have to force myself. I don't know if that energy will ever quite be there unless I start doing things. So yeah, that has been my mindset for a few months now. Probably longer, but I just realized that there's just been a lot of inactivity from me, and I realize there's a balance there. I do have to rest. Otherwise, I run the risk of burning myself out. But there's also, like, I'm going to burn out not doing creative works of any kind. So I've got to kind of pick and choose. And this was one of those. It's like, okay, I'm going to be building Lego sets anyway. I can share that experience. And I need to practice my whole monologuing skills. So here we are. So hopefully that's... not too boring. If it is, I mean, there's always the option of like throwing music over this. And by that I mean, it's like I will probably have background music, but you know, just mute me out and throw whatever you like on there if you really want to watch the video. I mean, I assume you kind of want to watch it, and then I assume you kind of want to listen to me if you're this far into it at this point, but you know, that's always an option. But yeah, I just... It's funny, I run into spots like this. I guess silence is okay, but I feel awkward leaving pauses in my talking and rambling, even though I have no idea what sort of point I'm trying to make other than I need to do stuff. And I want to do stuff. So here I am, doing stuff. The most eloquent commentary you've heard. Now, one of the projects I do want to get back into is doing the Oblivion, the storytelling things, and with the gameplay. Part of the reason that got stopped is, I want to say I had a... Oh, that's right, I had a hard drive crash. I was trying to remember that. It's been quite a while since I did the last one of those. I had a bunch of video, and I might still have some of it, but basically all my Oblivion stuff, like right after installing it, the hard drive it was all on died, and so I had to reinstall everything. And I got most of it installed, but a lot of the mods, like the posers and stuff I was using for some of the scenes, yeah, those all had to be reinstalled. And it was just one of those, like, I had just done it, and I kind of lost the motivation there, but I might be back into being able to do that. And really all that requires is me to read pre-done scripts already. I don't even have to come up with my own stuff most of the time, so I really should probably look into doing that more, because, you know, it was a good way to get into reading out loud and making videos at the same time. So, oh, looks like I'm about to wrap up here. I'm showing off the dragon. As you can see, it's kind of cool. It's got the mouth, the wings move, the tail. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, which is just, that's always awesome in a model, especially a Lego model, when you get all that posability. It's pretty fantastic. And like I said, about to wrap up. I think this whole thing's about 9 minutes long, so we got about 30 seconds left. So, thanks to listening to me ramble, making no sense. Maybe I made sense. I don't know. But if you stuck out to the end, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll have some more entertaining stuff coming down the line. And yeah, I hope 2019 treats y'all nicer than the last couple years have been. They've been rough. But here's to the future. Anyway, thanks for listening, folks. And I hope you have a fantastic evening. Good night.